and welcome back to the Citytilidie channel. We're all staying safe and well on our talking point show as we look match stats, reports and facts on the City 3, Sevilla 1. Yes, 2nd of November 2022, Champions League Group G, match day 6 as we were already guaranteed top spot. We just finished it off. In style, well, probably not in style for the last half, that's for sure. We certainly didn't look at anything but style the first 45 minutes. It was an 8 p.m. kickoff. So welcome to Talking Points. Please, if you are new to the channel, I do everything City, past, present and forever, of course. So please jump on board, spread the word. It'd be great to have you. And loads of videos on there for you to have a look at. Plus, some if you like film and TV, even film and TV stuff as well. If you, obviously with the World Cup coming up, if you want to have a little bit of a rest and just pick and choose, lots of stuff on there. Please, if you can, make an old City fan very, very happy. Just give us a thumbs up, guys. Like, great to get views, but please, just if you're watching it, just give us that thumbs up. It's great. Just makes an old City fan feel very appreciated. Right, let's have a look at the team. Yeah, 7 changes, which is always a worry when we change more than 5 people. 7, we don't flow. We just don't flow as a team, no matter what quality we bring in or take out, etc. We just don't flow, and we certainly wasn't a glut of kids last night, were they? So it's as with Pep knows, I knew Pep wouldn't play loads of kids, as that's not his style. 7 changes. I got 8 of them, which I'll count 9 if you count Palmer, because I thought, well, I was going to say 10, but I got mixed up. I put Wilson Esbrand in. I meant to put Lewis in. I was mixing my right backs up with my centre halves, etc. I just got confused. So yeah, I was not surprised Rico Lewis, if he was fit, was playing. I should have had him as right back. And of course, Palmer, I did say Palmer was fit, because I had to stick Bernardo or KDB in there in my team, because we're just a bit lax in the midfield there. So I did say Palmer was fit. He would play in that position. So there you go. Anyway, not too bad overall. Right, the team. Ortega, Lewis, Diaz, Laporte, Gomez, Gundogan, Palmer, Foden, Mahrez, Grealish and Alvarez. Subs, Ederson, Carson, Stones, Aki, Cancelo, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Bernardo and Wilson Esbrand in charge. Yeah, they did okay. It was okay. There's no bookings on the night, no cards shown, so that was a good sign. It was all right. We've seen worse referees, haven't we? Orel Grinfield from Israel and VAR, which I don't think had to get involved from obviously it's hard to tell at the game, but I don't think it had to get involved, did it? Roy Reinschreiber from Israel on VAR as well at the European Stockley Park. On to the match report. Not a lot to say in the first half. 2 minutes. Palmer had a great chance after build-up play from Grealish, who found Alvarez. Palmer couldn't keep his curling shot low enough. Perhaps he could have done a little bit better with that. It was early in the game, but I think it would have been a total different game if that had gone in. 16 minutes, a Foden free kick. And yeah, Diaz got his arse on it, didn't he? A bit Goater-like. If it had been Sean Goater, it would have been in the back of the net. But unfortunately, Diaz's bum sent it wide of the post. But unfortunate. But it's a shame it was Diaz in that position. But he did get up for a couple last night, didn't he? 20 minutes, Mir of Sevilla works Ortega, who saves comfortably. 23 minutes, yeah, he was a bit of a pain, this guy. Mir heads a curling cross just wide of the post unchallenged. A bit of a warning shot for us there, but we didn't take much heed to it, did we, unfortunately? 27 minutes, Gundogan hits the side netting. Well, it was deflected onto the side netting after a good 1-2 with Foden. 31 minutes and we're down. Yeah, we're 1-0 down. And Isco at the Etihad. We knew it would happen. Everyone knew it would happen eventually. And Isco floating corner. It must have been. It wasn't whipped in. I don't know how long it's sat in the air, but obviously we should have had enough time to get someone to try and go and meet it. Diaz got a bit of the blame. I think Gomez was probably the more to blame, as Gomez and Diaz were the closest to him, as he just headed back the way it came and it just snuck in the far side, and Ortega had no chance. 1-0 down, probably no less than we deserved at that stage. We did have a chance right on the just before the ref blew his whistle. Grealish had a sort of half chance at a tight angle, but it was always going to be saved by the keeper. Is it Bono? Was Bono in net? Bono was. I don't know for them. We should have put him under more pressure in that first half. He was pretty bang average. Anyway, 1-0 to them at half time, so not great. 46 minutes, of course, a bit of a change, and it did help. Rodri came on for Grealish, so we believe Grealish is being saved for Saturday, says Peps. So No reason to believe he's injured or anything like that. 52 minutes, yes, we're back in it. 1-1. We took advantage of a Sevilla error. Yeah, a bit clumsy around their own box, and Alvarez fed the ball down the right. And yeah, our new attacking right back, Rico Lewis, blasted past the keeper who didn't get much time to react at all. He just hit it really well. And I think it went to the goalie's left, and he couldn't do anything about it, and it was 1-1. 56 minutes, yeah. Diaz header again. He's up there. He was up there. I think it was a corner. I don't think it was a free kick. And it was palmed out by the keeper, and then it sort of managed to be put out by one of his defenders for a corner. That was from Foden corner. That was from. So they conceded another corner. 57 minutes, we brought on Bernardo to a bit more energy. It certainly was. For Gundo, 70 minutes. Wilson Esbrand came on for Gomez and KDB for Palmer, so looking even better. So on 70 minutes, you've got a team that can win this game. And on 73 minutes, it didn't take him long, did it? I mean, KDB sometimes needs a little bit of time to settle in, but a great slide rule pass right through to Alvarez. Yeah, it did very. I mean, the keeper just didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to commit himself, and Alvarez just pushed it left and left and left, and then just let fly. And we've seen him do I saw when you watch videos of him scoring for Argentina and River Plate. He loves to hit the roof of the net, and that's exactly what he did with the keeper flailing and not getting near it. So that was 2-1, probably game over, but just to make sure, 83rd minute. Again, Alvarez in and around that box. Defence not so sure, and he was a nuisance. And he nicks the ball and lays it to. Some say it was a push, but the referee got on with it, and he didn't get referred to VAR. It looked a bit, but I just thought the defender dawdled, and Mahrez and Alvarez bullied him out of it. And yeah, Mahrez just hit it home nicely. It's just a nice, fell nicely for him, and he scored a good goal, and that's all you can say. I mean, he's got to put it in the net, and he did it. Well done. 85 minutes, Cancelo came on for Lewis, and he got a good reception walking down the ground, Rico, as well. And 91 minutes, a late chance for Sevilla. Yeah, people forget about that. They should have really made it 3-2, but they dinked it over the bar with, I think, Ortega sort of made himself big, but the striker just put it over the cliff, cleared the bar with it. Well, there you go. That was the game. The match stats: City 21 shots, 7 on target. Yeah, 7 shots for Sevilla, which is probably more than we would have liked to give them. 2 on target, 62% possession for City, 657 passes, 417 for Sevilla. Accuracy, yeah, okay, 91% for City, but very good for Sevilla as well, which I think is part and parcel of that first half. I think second half, I thought it was a bit poor at times. But 85% for Sevilla, which for a visiting team is pretty good. He's up there with some of the best. Fouls, 9 by City, 7 by Sevilla. No cards, no yellow cards, certainly no red cards. 1 offside for City, I'm not sure who that was. Corners, probably Mahrez. Corners, 7 for City and 1 Sevilla. And for the fans of XG Philosophy, at XG Philosophy, City's was 2.08. Sounds good, whatever it means. And Sevilla's was 0.39. And that's our 27th, I think it's a bit of a record, 27th home win out of 33 in the Champions League. Of course, Rico Lewis got all the plaudits, got the man of the match, etc. So he's the 5th youngest Englishman to start a Champions League game. Before, obviously, 5th youngest, and obviously that's a bunch who before they reached 18. And I think he's now down as the youngest to score as well in his debut. So all good. So to sum up, yes, you were there or you watched it on TV. A pretty dire first half. Not the first time we said that this season. But as I say, 7 changes to a team. And the flow goals, as I say, it doesn't matter if you're bringing better players in or resting players. It doesn't work either way. When you've got 7 changes, it doesn't always work. So it's a lot to make. And at 1-0 down at half time, I don't think we deserved anything more, to be honest with you. I thought we were poor. Much better second half as Peps started to make the changes. Of course, Sevilla started to tie just a little bit. Rico Lewis got his debut goal. And from then on, Sevilla sort of wilted as we sort of turned the screw bit by bit. Alvarez was central to that, worked very hard, had a first half to forget, but had a second half to remember, that's for sure. And he assisted that Lewis goal, and he was from a superb KDB slide rule pass, as we said, he made it to, took his goal really well, had lots of work to do. And of course, he set up Mahrez in and around the box to settle the tie at 3-1. So vital time on the pitch for some players, although a lot of fans are a bit disappointed some younger players didn't get a chance. But hey, how long has Pep's been here? You must know how Pep does these things. He doesn't do that. He might have done it early on when he was first came to City. He might have done it. Did he do it in a cup tie at United or something like that, where he played a lot of kids? I can't remember now. I might be wrong, but he just certainly over the recent seasons when we've been winning titles, etc. He just doesn't do it. He just doesn't play loads of kids. He'll introduce one or two at most. So we should be happy with that. I think. I don't think there's any injuries. There's a bit of a scare, I believe, off the pitch with Mike Summerby being a bit poorly, but I believe City have said that he's okay. He's fine. Some people a bit dramatic about it, but City assure us that he's fine. He just felt a bit unwell, so that's okay. So overall, Pep should be happy with his night's work, and it's back to league action against Fulham, of course. So if you look at decisions, say we've got a big Premier League game. We've got 2 Premier League games left, both at home. If we don't win them both, I'll just cry all through the World Cup, I think. Not to do with England, just about how we've not took advantage of having an easier start to the 22-23 campaign than some other teams. And if we're not top, it's a bit disappointing. There's a potential we won't be top because Arsenal can win their last 2 games, so we could be going to the World Cup break second, but that's the bare minimum I want. So with that game coming up, Fulham, we'll have a look at that in the Fulham preview, but I'll do a quick look at who won't be starting from who played last night. So in my opinion, Ortega's not starting. He'll be starting against Chelsea next week. Of course he will. I don't think Rico Lewis will be starting. But, hey, you don't know. He might have pushed himself into the reckoning there. We need at this point in time with Walker out. I can see Stones playing right back. So will Pep be tempted to play Rico Lewis at right back? Well, he's on a high, isn't he? So I wouldn't be averse to that. So that'll be interesting. I don't think Gomez will start. I don't think Palmer will start. I don't think he did himself too many favours last night. Alvarez, he'll start if Haaland's out. I do think Haaland might miss this Fulham game. So if Haaland's out, will Pep be brave and play Alvarez again on a bit of a high? Be interested to see that front line if Haaland isn't playing. But fingers crossed Haaland will play. But if he isn't, then Alvarez will play, I think, if Haaland doesn't start. But we'll have to see, won't we? It'll be interesting to see what Pep does at the back, of course. We've now got Diaz, Laporte, Stones, Akanji and Ake all fighting fit. So the only guy who could perhaps come in is, say, Stones or Akanji at right back. But the other guys are fighting for a couple of places because there's no doubt Cancelo will start on the left. So it'll be very interesting to see what Pep does. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Not too much on the Fulham game. We'll talk about that in the preview show, which will be available in a day or two from doing this. So let us know on that. But please check out my player rating show where we'll look at Simon. I thought Simon Bajkowski was a bit generous tonight with some of his scores. And I even think I thought was a bit generous with a couple of scores as well. But check out my player rating show. Let me know your thoughts on that. And soon, as I said, the Fulham odds show and the Fulham preview show will be available before the Saturday, of course. I think they'll both be going out. One will be going out Friday morning, one will be going out Friday afternoon with these games coming thick and fast. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Anything that took your eye, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. Until the next time, that's one thing, don't I? Please stay safe, Blues. Come on, City. Bye for now.